So I'm not going to lie, this is probably one of the hardest videos I've ever had to record. Not because of the topic, although I do feel a little bit vulnerable about the topic too, but just because I don't feel like doing this. And the reason I'm sharing that with you is because I think so much of our midlife journey is learning how to push yourself to do shit you don't feel like doing. And that is actually what, at least in my mind, makes the difference between a healthy aging process and one that is the slow and steady decline. And I know that after I record this video, I'm going to feel a lot better. Just like every day when I make myself go to the gym, even though I don't want to go, I know I will feel better because this video is in alignment with my greater purpose, just like having a healthy body and exercising is in alignment with my greater purpose. Even though I don't feel like doing it, I'm pushing myself to do it. The other reason I don't want to do it is because I feel like I just did a video on the same topic, which is the grief and sadness that comes up at the end of the year for a lot of mamas. But I am so in the trenches of this grief right now that it's like the elephant in the room. So I feel almost like if I don't record a video on it, another one, I'm not even being authentic. And so this one is really about the end of the year grief that comes when you have a senior, and it's your last senior that is graduating. And it's so hard for some of us and so easy for others. And this video is primarily for you mamas where having a senior, your last senior graduating, and you're going into the empty nest is one of the hardest things you've ever had to do. And I can't believe I'm crying in my own video, but I feel like that's authentic too. And that's part of what this channel is about, is me really being real on the challenges of midlife and menopause. And sometimes they're fucking not pretty. So let's talk about our emotional experience and why it's important to let yourself feel your emotions. I'm sure you've heard the phrase, you have to feel it to heal it. And so kind of demoing that right here. Why do we have to feel it to heal it? Because if we're not allowing ourselves to feel our emotions and we're pushing them down and we're blocking them, there's a lot of research out there that shows that later on in life, it can manifest as health issues and problems in your body. And we don't want that as we age. So as we age, we have to get more and more adept at learning how to take care of our emotions. I think it's helpful to think of our emotions as either parts or children. They're almost like children, really. Like when we ignore our children, especially when they're younger, eventually they're going to act out and have a tantrum, right? But if we take care of them day by day by day and show them the love and care and attention and nurturing that they need, there's not going to be as much problems. When they're little, you're not going to have those tantrums if your toddler is getting regular naps and healthy snacks, right? And it's the same with our own emotions. We have to be kind of on it, especially in midlife when we're having these menopausal mood swings and we can be, just super angry 1 minute and crying the next and full of joy the next. It's this crazy roller coaster that we are on. And so it's kind of like having a lot of different children with different personalities, and they need to be cared for. But we also aren't going to let them drive the bus of our life, right? If I had let my grief drive the bus of my life today, I wouldn't be recording this video. I'd be in bed right now. But I'm like, okay, sadness, okay, depression, okay, whoever you are, you're going to have to sit in the back seat and here's your snack while I drive the bus and do these things that we don't want to do because they're in harmony with our greater life goals. Does that make sense? So our emotions are not going to drive the bus. We're going to do things that we don't feel like doing. That's how we're going to age in a healthy way. But we're also going to give them the time and space and nurturing that they need. Like after I record this video, I have a reward scheduled for myself in the form of an adult sugar-free hot chocolate that I make on my own. I'll share the recipe with you guys sometimes. But these small like rewards, and for you, it might look like doing the thing you hate and then going to get your nails done, or it may be allowing yourself to go for a walk, or we need to reward ourselves with things that are also in harmony with our life goals. I'm not going to, for instance, reward myself with a glass of wine because that's not in harmony with my greater life goals. But the hot chocolate beverage is actually really healthy and it has a lot of antioxidants. So those are the kind of rewards we want to schedule for ourselves. I also scheduled a spa day with a massage last Saturday, and I have been giving myself a little bit more grace, a little bit more time to sleep and take walks. I've been prioritizing movement and walks in nature to just take care of all of these emotions that I have, which one minute is like, I'm so proud of both of my boys are graduating this week. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier in the video, but I have one graduating from college and one graduating from high school. And it just feels like this overwhelming, like, okay, I'm done with parenting now. It's going to take a completely different vibe, right? And so there's a lot of grief, but then the next minute I'll be like, oh my God, I'm so proud of these two humans that I've raised. And I feel so much pride and excitement for them. My youngest is going to the college of his dreams, and I'm just so proud and so happy for him. And then, the next minute I'm just angry and I don't even know why. Maybe it's because I feel like, almost like parenting is some kind of a bait and switch. Like I've done this great job parenting and now it's ending in this, this pain to me because they're both leaving because I did a good job. You know what I mean? And so there's a lot of anger and there's just so many different emotions coming up in this time period in my life. So I wanted to share the journey with you and give you some tips that I've found are helping me, and also this metaphor. So you can think next time you get into grief or sadness or anger, how can I take care of this emotion? What does this part of me need? Sometimes it's just a deeper breath. Sometimes it's a nap. Sometimes it's water. And give these inner children what they need that they're crying out for so they don't have temper tantrums later. I hope this makes sense. And thanks for watching my blubbering video. See you in the next one.